Hello everybody, it's me with a red nose today. Apparently I'm getting ready for comic relief or something. Anyway, today's clip is going to be about energy price rises or falls indeed. So, a shift in energy policy costs and a fall in gas prices means households will get a momentary respite from price rises in April, and that is all. Typical household energy bills will fall by 7% in April, meaning average households will pay an annualised £117 less. But price changes only last 3 months, so the highest guaranteed average saving is just £29 during the 3 months following the change. It is less than the government promised. Back in November, Rachel Reeves promised a £150 cut over a year, but then the cost of running the energy network rose, biting into the saving. The system has not become fairer, more efficient, or structurally sound. The savings are only the result of a government rebalancing exercise and a random fall in the price of gas. The headline figure is a 7% drop in Ofgem's price cap from April, bringing a typical bill down to £1,641. That may seem significant, but remember, before the Ukraine war, the typical bill was £1,216 in January 2022. Even after this reduction, households are still paying roughly a third more than they were 4 years ago. So, this is relief, but from an inflated baseline. The key shift is that policy costs, such as the Energy Company Obligation Scheme, have been removed from bills and moved partly onto general taxation. That means the charge disappears from your energy bill, but does not disappear from the economy. It is simply funded differently. This is good news for people on low incomes who either do not earn enough to pay tax or whose taxes are lower than the average. On the other hand, standing charges are up for electricity, and those hit everyone regardless of how much energy they use. That weakens the incentive effect of lower unit rates and continues to penalise low usage households because it is a flat rate tax, taking the same amount from rich and poor people alike, regardless of ability to pay. The headline change is therefore based on 3 big realities. First, wholesale gas remains the dominant driver of UK energy prices. Despite years of rhetoric about transition and resilience, the system is still fundamentally gas-linked. Until that structural dependency changes, volatility remains baked in. Second, the underlying affordability crisis has not gone away. Household energy debt is more than £4 billion. A 7% reduction does not erase accumulated arrears. I myself spent £130 on electricity in January. That's almost exactly a quarter of my entire income for that month after rent. If you think the whip line is a gravy train, think again. That's why it's vital that you take out a paid subscription if you can. Plug over. My ability to accommodate price fluctuations and standing charge rises is tiny, and a small percentage shift in the cap does not translate into any kind of meaningful security for me. Now look at the timing. April is when demand naturally falls. People switch off heating. Daylight hours increase. Tumble dryers get used less. I will be saving more by not having to use electricity than I will from any price cut. The true test of affordability is January, not April. And the standing charge rise hits low usage households hardest and flattens the benefit of lower unit rates. If my usage drops in warmer months, the standing charge becomes a larger share of my total bill, and that's rising. Third, this is probably the limit of the falls. Cornwall Insight is already signalling that there may be no more reductions in July. So we are probably not entering a new era of steadily declining bills, just enjoying a very brief pause in upward pressure. Politically, this gives Keir Starmer a rare chance to say something good is happening. Bills are falling. But that is not the same as saying the energy system has been fixed. This is only a correction within a high-cost system. It is not a transformation of it.